So नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, सलाम, हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू योर फेवरेट यूट्यूब फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन चैनल stockincome.in। तो मौसम है बजट का। हर आदमी, हर शख्स बजट की बात कर रहा है, क्या होने वाला है, क्या नहीं होने वाला है, टैक्स बढ़ने वाले हैं, कम होने वाले हैं। स्टॉक मार्केट पार्टिसिपेंट्स जो हैं वो तो खास करके बजट पे बहुत नजर गड़ाए बैठे हैं। कौन सा सेक्टर इंप्रूव होने वाला है, कौन सा सेक्टर शायद पीछे रह जाए, किसको पता है? शायद बहुत ही कम लोगों को। जो टीम बजट बना रही है, जो हमारे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हैं, उनके क्लोज मेंबर्स हैं, शायद उनको कुछ आइडिया होगा। मेरे को या आपको शायद एग्जैक्ट आइडिया तो नहीं है, बट हमारा भी एक एनालिसिस है और उसकी हम बात करेंगे आज कि मेरे हिसाब से, मेरे एनालिसिस के हिसाब से, व्हाट आर द सेक्टर्स दैट कैन डू वेल इन दिस बजट, पोस्ट दिस बजट, व्हाट आर सेक्टर्स or that could be focus, right? So I put on my analysis, friends. I'm Alok, and let's get going with it, right? So budget 2023, that's coming in next couple of days only. Let's see what is our analysis on that. So before I go there, some interesting facts, कुछ interesting चीजें बजट के बारे में। क्या है बजट? बजट का करेक्ट नाम, जिसको हम बजट बोलते हैं या यूनियन बजट बोलते हैं, इसका करेक्ट नाम होता है फाइनेंस बिल। ओके, दिस गुड टू नो इन्फॉर्मेशन। जो हमारी करंट फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हैं, मिसेस सीतारमन, सो शी होल्ड्स द रिकॉर्ड फॉर डिलीवरिंग लॉन्गेस्ट budget speech, right? It was for 2 hours and 42 minutes, and if I remember correctly, that had also been to be cut short because she fell ill at that point of time. So ये record उससे भी बढ़ सकता था। So and our ex-finance minister Hiru Bhai Mulji Bhai, he delivered the shortest budget speech in 1977. Interesting things to know. Some interesting budgets over the years. कौन-कौन से important interesting budget है? First budget of India was presented by Mr. John Mathai, then Finance Minister of India. Rollback budget हम बोलते हैं, बड़ा फेमस है rollback budget। यशवंत सिन्हा जी का बजट जो कि 2002 and 3 में उन्होंने प्रेजेंट किया था। Why called rollback? Because इसके काफी सारे measures and proposals they were ultimately rolled back, so it's famous as a rollback budget. Okay, एक मिलेनियम बजट के नाम से बजट फेमस है, ये भी डॉक्टर यशवंत सिन्हा का है, of year 2000, because it contains several measures to boost the growth of India's information technology. तो इसको मिलेनियम बजट के नाम से भी जाना जाता है आज भी। और एक ड्रीम बजट के नाम से जाना जाता है बजट डॉक्टर मिस्टर पी चिदम्बरम का, which he passed in 1997-98, because it reduced both personal taxes, right, as well as corporate taxes, with the intention of increasing total tax collection. कि टैक्स कम देंगे तो टैक्स का स्लैब रेट कम करेंगे तो ज्यादा लोग टैक्स देना शुरू करेंगे। सो दैट्स आल्सो अ थियरी, एंड दिस बजट वाज कॉल्ड ड्रीम बजट। लिटिल बिट मोर, एपिकल बजट वाज डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह's iconic budget of 1991 that sought to put an end to the license raj and kick-started era of economic liberalization, right? That's what he's most famous for. He was a finance minister then. Remember, he was not the prime minister then. Prime minister was Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. ब्लैक बजट भी हम फेमस है, ये मिस्टर यशवंत राव बी चौहान का 1973 और 74 का। ब्लैक बजट इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि बजट डेफिसिट वाज बिग, एटलीस्ट बाय गोइंग बाय द स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ दैट टाइम इन दिस बजट, राइट? बजट ऑफ मेनी फर्स्ट, मिस्टर अरुण जेटली का बजट 2017 का, दैट्स कॉल्ड अ बजट ऑफ मेनी फर्स्ट बिकॉज इट एंडेड द it merged the railway budget with general budget. इससे पहले सेपरेट रेलवे, कुछ लोगों को याद होगा, रेलवे बजट सेपरेटली प्रेजेंट होता था, अभी एक होता है। सो ये लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग प्रैक्टिस थी, 92 year old, that was abolished in this budget, plus many first and things. There was talk of GST etc, right, in this proposal around GST etc, तो बहुत नई चीजें आई थी, तो इसको बजट ऑफ मेनी फर्स्ट भी बोला जाता है। ओके, सो this is good to know information, friends. I thought I'll share some interesting things, and let's get going on our opinion analysis for the budget 2023, which is to be presented on 1st of Feb 2023. Okay, so before I go there, a standard disclaimer: I am not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm only sharing what my analysis is for you. Maybe it's good for you, but take it with a pinch of salt. Nothing that I say should be taken as any investment or advice to buy any product or any stock and sector, right? Any sector. It's my opinion. I'm just sharing with you, and I hope it will be useful. So, what are the sectors or themes to look for in budget 2023? Rural development, not talked about so much. थोड़ा बात होता है पर इतना बात नहीं होता है. But I feel rural development could be a big focus area for this budget. Why? Because see, after this corona pandemic, most sectors have shown recovery, but recovery in the rural segment, rural economy is still to catch up. It's still below par, it's still lagging behind. अभी काफी पीछे चल रहा है rural economy हमारा, right? So majority of populations हमारा we are a rural based economy. India का majority population villages में rural countryside में रहता है. Remember, next year is elections also. So naturally it's a huge vote bank also अगर हम उस नजरिए से भी देखें. So all these things put together, I believe government would come out something special for the rural development of rural economy in this budget, and hence this could be a focus area. Rural and very related to that is agriculture. So rural और agriculture economies के लिए बहुत important budget हो सकता है. Infrastructure current government has shown a consistent focus on infrastructure. बहुत अच्छे बहुत बड़े projects accomplish किए गए हैं और अभी चल रहे हैं. Now since election year is next year, it is naturally expected that there will be a bigger focus to complete the current projects. We may or may not see many new projects being rolled out, but enough focus and resources should be allocated to complete current projects, because जिस गवर्नमेंट ने प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया होता है उनका कोशिश होता है कि नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन से पहले प्रोजेक्ट को कंप्लीट किया जाए. इट बिकम्स अ शोकेस, अ विन फॉर देम, राइट? सो आई बिलीव लॉट ऑफ फोकस ऑन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर शुड कम. डिफेंस की बात करें, दैट इज अनदर फोकस एरिया. गवर्नमेंट हैज ऑलरेडी शोन अ ह्यूज फोकस ऑन डिफेंस. आत्मनिर्भर भारत के तहत भी we are among the biggest exporters of arms in budget and budget related areas, right? Defense equipment का we are among the biggest importers in the world. हमारे GDP का, हमारे import bill का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा defense equipment, defense और arms वगैरह के import पे जाता है. And this government has a stated objective कि हम net importer से net exporter बनने वाले हैं. हम बनना चाहते हैं defense equipment, defense supplies का, right? So for that you require huge investments and planning and long term investments. काफी हुआ है पिछले सालों में. प्राइवेट सेक्टर को भी कुछ एंट्री अलाउ किया गया कुछ एरियाज में, एंड बाय डिफॉल्ट इफ दे हैव टू रियलाइज देयर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, डिफेंस हैज टू रिमेन अ प्रायोरिटी एरिया in the budget also. So I believe there will be enough focus on budget in the budget on defense areas also. And before we go further, let me remind you friends, we are present not only on YouTube, we are present on other social media also, like Instagram, like Twitter, right? And wherein we present regularly, हम present करते हैं Instagram पे market student tomorrow, daily market analysis, next day का forecast, right? Lot of micro learnings, नई नई चीजें सीखने को मिलती हैं. We put in lot of effort to make all these things, and I would like you to subscribe them, visit those areas. I'm sure they'll be useful to you, right? Okay. Another big focus area for budget could be electronics and semiconductors, especially semiconductors and EVs. EVs means electric vehicles, right? India government already बहुत focus कर रहा है इस पे. India has become an important player in manufacturing of mobile phones. For those of you who may not know, the latest Apple phone, Apple 14 Pro, is also being made in India. और जगह भी बन रहा है, but India में भी day one से बन रहा है ये phone, right? Government has a focus of developing semiconductor manufacturing facilities here. काफी काम उस पे हुआ है, but then these things need continuous focus and resources and support. ये एक दिन में एक साल में काम नहीं होते हैं ये. So and recently those of you have seen there was a auto expo held in Noida. So in NCR region, those of you who have seen it or read about it, you would one key takeaway was electric vehicles. I was there personally. I spent a lot of time at Auto Expo, and any and every manufacturer, whether two-wheeler manufacturer or car manufacturer or a commercial loader manufacturer, three-wheeler, small trucks or large trucks or buses, every manufacturer had a big focus, big things to showcase about electronic vehicles. They had the electronic vehicle lined up, their plans lined up. So सबका budget और focus वही है. तो गवर्नमेंट का भी बजट फोकस है. गवर्नमेंट फेम के नाम से सब्सिडीज दे रहा है. गवर्नमेंट इज वांटिंग, देयर बीन सम वेरी एम्बिशियस स्टेटमेंट्स फ्रॉम आवर मिनिस्टर्स, मिस्टर गडकरी एटसेट्रा, अबाउट what percentage of vehicles they see getting shifting to electric vehicles, right? So electric vehicles के बारे में से related, all that falls under electronics, semiconductors, electric vehicles. इसके बारे में I believe there could be huge focus in this budget. Government is already having schemes like PLI, performance linked incentive, etc. And scope of these schemes could be increased to include more and more things and support the industry, the manufacturing, right? And there I believe there could be joker in the pack, right? Which is healthcare, a sector that is not talked about so much, ज़्यादा कभी बात नहीं होती है. But अगर हम देखें, India has typically lagged behind in the healthcare spend as well as infrastructure. हमारा healthcare, public healthcare infrastructure भी बहुत अच्छा नहीं है. परसेंटेज ऑफ बजट भी हमारा स्पेंड relatively कम होता है compared to many other economies of the world, and थोड़ा सा over the years there's been a consistent demand to increase the spend on healthcare. That is one. Number two, suddenly we saw that out of nowhere we had this pandemic that hit us all so badly, right? And it's like our chinks in the armor were exposed. We were exposed. We did not have enough facilities to take care of. Government did wonderful job. All governments did wonderful job. Central government as well as state governments to manage things. But it was managing, trying to find a short-term solution, right? But it has exposed the need for having a robust, long-term, big, well-developed health infrastructure. And I believe that's a joker in the pack. People are not talking about it enough. But I believe there is a lot the government might end up doing, spending more resources, allocating more resources and plans for this sector. So that is where I'm focusing on. So friends, this is my analysis, my outlook about the budget 2023. I don't know how right or wrong we'll do. In fact, after the budget, we'll come back and do a review of how right we were, how not so right we were, how much we missed, how much we went off the target. So that will be an interesting exercise. I'll see you there. So in any case, budget or no budget, I do wish each one of you a very happy, prosperous, profitable, blessed 2023. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking this channel, for your comments, for sharing, for subscribing. If you haven't done it, please do it now. Do press the notification icon so that you're regularly connected with us. Thank you. God bless. Jai Hind.